Hello guys, and welcome to the April 2020 installment of the Emergence series vlog. So basically, this is going to be a short one, he says. Definitely I don't have as much going on because this was obviously kind of first month in from like say March 17th when COVID started, the pandemic started. So there's not, as you can imagine, won't be the only person that didn't have much going on in April, with the whole kind of disruption that the pandemic abruptly brought to the world. But I'll talk about some of the things that I guess I was trying to do while I was trying to be productive, I guess, and trying to just be like, everything. I'm feeling like that dog in the meme that it's fine. With the house on fire. Kind of, jeez. If the pandemic could be a meme, I definitely feel like it's close to that. So what does intimacy mean to you was one of the first things that popped up in my notes here. I remember just asking about it because I think I was just like, hey, this new thing to just kind of start diving into new project ideas. And funnily enough, as I'm at this point, this is April, mid-April. Funnily enough, we're in April. That's weird. 2022, 2 years on, of course, me experiencing these things that I'm talking about now. Sorry, ignore the computer. Is that I'm actually going to be collaborating with someone, first time collaboration since I've been back in Scotland. And it's about intimacy. It's so weird how what happened, because it's a similar subject interesting. We were talking about like, hey, want to just make work together. I'm looking for collaborators, and I don't know when I did that. It was in like 2021 or something like that. And Alex is her name, reached out. Alex Tsiapi. I think that's it. I hope I pronounced it right, Alex. I'm really sorry if I haven't. But basically, it's just interesting how we like thought of different ideas and we both found that intimacy. I was like, hey, this is weird. I was kind of looking at this like way back, based on the things I'm talking about now, and where these kind of notes and what was happening at my point in my life in April 2020. So it's so weird, but definitely meant to be, I guess. I won't talk about the project too much because that'll be a future vlog, but that'll probably be a long time before you hear about it. But I just think it's interesting, like, I guess where my brain's going with me talking about this now is like how you can have an idea, and just because you don't use it then, you don't know how it's going to come back. If you're creative like me, choreographer, or whatever art form you do, tuck away those small ideas, because you never know when you need to pull on them to like produce work and get paid and do things you want to do. Like, oh, maybe that's not the time. And for me, I think about what's going on in the world. There's a lot of projects that have not then happened, even though I was like starting to actively do them, but I put them in the back burner completely, and they still are now, 2 years later. But I think there's a really interesting thing about like, don't you never know, right? The kind of next coming up here is do insights with you guys about podcasts. Yeah, so I started a podcast called The Art of EQ. I did 6 episodes, and then my equipment went to shit for that. And then I think I just remember rightly, I think it was that point when the pandemic was getting to me as it did to others, and kind of just like, you feel like you couldn't move forward. I think this why I only got 6 episodes. I do want to return to it, but I simply just don't have the time, thankfully, because of getting paid work finally. April 2020 day didn't have that. So artists going on like which would have been like 3 years. I've been about 5 years now by this point, getting to 5 years of being in the industry, so like 2 years later kind of thing. So yeah, it took a while, man. It took 4 years, but sometimes that's how it goes. Never give up. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was growing my beard out. I was going for a Viking look during that time as well. I don't know if I'll pop a picture of how big it got or something here. I might do. I might just, as I'm talking now, there'll be a thing going across the screen going or at least what I wanted to do. I've definitely got it to the length, finally, my hair, right? Beard, I decided wasn't a good look. This is, I prefer even, this is much better. Well, I don't know. I was thinking about it again recently when I was getting these notes. But I might do like proper Viking, like Celtic, because you know, Scottish, go more Scottish roots. Getting my shaving my sides, and then doing like some braids or something, like Celtic braids. But at the same time, I'm very lazy, so I don't know how much I'll do that. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe in a future vlog, you'll see if I've done it or not. Let's see. Oh yeah, familiar feel. I'll insert maybe a video in here, a little like 10-second clip or something of kind of work I made on London Studio Centre. At the time, kind of various times I've done this, and this was a fun one with it was just to create a fun piece. Like it was just like house feels. Went to some moody dark places, also went to finish on a fun high kind of comedy thing. So it was really interesting to kind of bring more kind of housey elements into my contemporary style, so that was really cool. Something I've always wanted to do, and maybe do more with it. So you never know. So I'm excited to maybe do that going forward. And yeah, geez. I have then since choreographed again on the Studio Centre again, and yeah, just a thing that is just like a kind of part of my I guess my setup. I just go occasionally to London Studio Centre to do stuff like that. It's a staple. So and I guess now I'm going to talk about just one EQ thing, which was the beautiful photos which Becca, who also did some of the footage, you would have seen for, I believe there should be footage, or, oh, did I? I can't remember. If I haven't, here it is! Here's the footage from Love Your Mind, our dance evening, and you can see a little bit of that, but then now I will be showing some of the beautiful photos she did. And she said, like, you know, I'm not really a videographer, prefer photography. She could do it all. She's amazing. And we've got a performance coming up, and she's actually going to be in some photos for us then. So that's going to be pretty sweet. So a lot of familiar things coming around, you know, talk about intimacy, old colleagues and friends coming to work with us again, as things have fully up, even in Scotland now, even today, actually, today is the day where mask mandates aren't, you know, by law and stuff. So, and that's through most of the UK now, I think. Definitely England, Scotland. I don't know about Wales and Ireland, but it's we're finally moving on, it seems, to literally about 2 years later. It's been 2 years. So let's try and, you know, be grateful that we're still doing maybe the things we love, or trying to, you know, we can really start to get our footing back. And I really hope you do as well as I have, and starting to, you know, after all the shit that we've been through, and there'll be a little bit shit now and going forward, but we're not stopped by restriction lockdowns anymore. So let's really take that time and and feel more grateful for the things that we get access to again. So I know I am. So and with all other things that go in the world, I think yeah, with myself, because I won't speak for other people, I'll speak only for myself, is, you know, definitely worse things could have happened in my life. I mean, it's like, don't get me wrong, things are not fabulous, but these last couple of years have put a lot of shit into perspective, and I hope you can agree with me and join me on that. On that on that downer, no, it's not even a downer, it's an up, actually. It's a moment to be still and be grateful, and that's definitely what I guess the theme of this vlog might be. Just be faithful for ideas that I can now visit again, people, and get paid work, and stuff like that. So as an artist, and hopefully that continues, and hopefully this is and again, I spoke in last vlog, I think, about the next series from June 2020, so not that far away with these vlogs, where I'm going to be calling them something different. We're going to start something separate, which is called, I think I'm going to call it Second Wind for sure. Like getting a second wind to go rah, and talk about that kind of transition period in my career where I'm, as I say, getting paid work. So anyway, way over time. Said it was going to be short, and I lied again. But this is definitely where it ends. I will see you for the May 2020 vlog. Jeez, wonder what that looks like. Gotta look back at those notes. Right, well, peace out, folks, and remember, try and be grateful for those little things that still exist in your life. That'd be people or just memories, moments in life. Peace.